Have you ever wandered into a store for something ordinary and left with something extraordinary? That's exactly what happened to me on a routine trip to Walmart with my daughter. So let's talk about a book that completely blew my mind. Tender is the Flesh by Augusta Bazterrica. If you're into dystopian stories that make you think twice about our world, you're in for a treat. A few days ago, I was browsing the aisles for new toys and essentials at Walmart with my daughter. And as we strolled through the store, she stopped to admire the children's books, and I thought, why not check out the adult section? Now, Walmart usually stocks bestsellers and romances, not my go-to genres, so my expectations were low. However, this title caught my eye, Tender is the Flesh. I'd seen it discussed online, and it was praised for being disturbing yet compelling. So I decided to buy it, started reading that night, and got up early the following day to finish it uninterrupted. The first chapter from Tender is the Flesh hooked me. The opening scenes plunged me into a chilling dystopian world where humans are processed as livestock. No one can call them humans because that would mean giving them an identity. They call them product or meat or food. Except for him, he would prefer not to have to call them by any name. Bazterrica's writing style is immediately gripping, painting vivid and unsettling images that make it impossible to put the book down. The dread built up quickly, and I found myself both horrified and fascinated, eager to see where the story would go. In Tender is the Flesh, society has been ravaged by an arguably fabricated virus that makes animal meat inedible. Animals are killed en masse to prevent the virus's spread, and with conventional sources of protein gone, this leads to the legal and industrial farming of humans for consumption. The protagonist, Marcos, works at a processing plant and is numbed by the routine brutality of his job. And in this nightmarish world, we see his internal struggle and moral conflicts, particularly when he is given a head, a term used for human livestock, for personal consumption. Marcos alternately humanizes and dehumanizes her. The plot grows increasingly terrifying, with each chapter revealing more about the depths of this dystopia without ever feeling gratuitous. The novel explores several thought-provoking themes, the most prominent of which is the dehumanization and commodification of life. It raises uncomfortable questions about our society and the ethical boundaries we often take for granted. After all, since the world began, we've been eating each other. If not symbolically, then we've been literally gorging on each other. The transition has enabled us to be less hypocritical. The book's portrayal of consumer culture gone awry seems plausible, regardless of how horrifying it is. Bazterrica skillfully uses the protagonist's experiences to highlight these issues, making readers reflect on the moral implications of their choices and the fragility of our humanity. Marcos, the main character, is a complex figure whose internal turmoil drives much of the story. His role in the processing plant places him at the heart of the system, while his past and the loss of his son also haunt him. And this inner conflict is palpable throughout the novel. Secondary characters such as Marcos' family and coworkers deepen our understanding of this twisted world, each highlighting different aspects of the system's impact on human relationships and society. Bazterrica's writing style is stark and unflinching. She uses sharp, descriptive language that leaves a lasting impact, creating a disturbingly believable world. The pacing is relentless, keeping the tension high and the reader on edge from start to finish. And her ability to evoke strong emotions through concise, powerful prose is one of the novel's biggest strengths. For example, a line like, "The heads don't speak, they don't think, they're human, but they're not," perfectly captures the chilling normalization of horror in this world. Reading Tender is the Flesh was an intense experience. It made me uncomfortable, angry, and sad, often all at once. And the book's relentless examination of ethical decay hit close to home, making me question my own values and the structures of our society. There are so many ways we accept dehumanization in our society, from reducing people to statistics to ignoring service workers as if invisible. Is Bazterrica's world such an impossible jump from the one we have right now? Certain scenes, like the harrowing depiction of the processing plant, stayed with me after I finished the book, that they aren't getting out of my head. Finding a story that can disturb and provoke thought in equal measure, it's rare, but Bazterrica deftly achieves this balance. In comparing Tender is the Flesh to other dystopian novels like George Orwell's 1984 and Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, Bazterrica's work stands out for its brutal exploration of humanity's darkest potential. Unlike these classics, which focus more on political and social control, Tender is the Flesh plunges into the moral abyss of survival and consumption. Its unique premise and fearless execution make it a significant addition to the genre. Overall, Tender is the Flesh is a gripping, unsettling read that pushes the boundaries of dystopian fiction. Bazterrica's exploration of dehumanization and ethical decay is fearless and haunting. And I highly recommend this book to anyone interested in challenging literature that forces you to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves. Not a light read, but it is an impactful one. In reflecting on my casual Walmart trip, I realized how unexpected discoveries can lead to enriching experiences. Tender is the Flesh. It was an unplanned find that I suspect will linger in my mind for quite some time. Of course, please like, share, and subscribe. We're on a mission for 1,000 subscribers, and every one counts. And this book might also be a contender for your reading list.